Welcome to this week's video. Matt's Collectibles here in the Batcave, good old Dunedin, New Zealand. Let me know where down below you are from. Loving seeing all the comments from around the world, different parts of this planet Earth. Different Batman fans, different collecting fans, different pop fans, and all this stuff that we all love enjoying and love collecting. So big shout out to Josh from who was with Pop Swap, who has now passed Pop Swap on to Pop Daddy. Focus on uni. So good luck this year with uni, Josh, and we are definitely going to keep in touch. We might even invite him on a live stream at some stage just to see how he's going. And seeing if he's still collecting as well. So if you are, Josh, feel free to comment down below. But yeah, big things coming, so big thanks to Pop Daddy. I'm going to show you a little bit of a difference later on in the video, especially speaking of Pop Daddy, who of course is now an official sponsor of Matt's Collectibles. So Pop Swap and Pop Daddy, you still get 10% off your orders with Pop Swap with the code Matt's Collectibles. As always, the links and stuff is down below in the description, so I like to put all the important links down below. We also link to Patreon page, just if you want to help support the channel and help purchase sort of stuff to show each week on the channel. So keeping an eye on some good things, but as I say, I'm going to show you a little bit of a difference coming up soon between some of the shipping that happens, especially here in New Zealand, differences and sort of my thoughts on that. We got some Batman, we got some really cool stuff. Of course we have to have Batman as Matt's Collectibles, and don't forget, if you want a t-shirt, hoodie, I think we can do hats and all that now. Feel free to message me on Instagram, Matt's Collectibles over there. Very cool. It's good to see that has grown a massive leaps and bounds as well. So we're going to cut off. A couple of weeks ago, Mighty Ape had a big spot sale, $5 sale, $10 sale, that sort of thing, and they had the Turtles Pops, $5 each. I got the 4 Turtles, the main important ones. They didn't have Splinter, which was kind of sort of upset with. I would have loved to have seen a Splinter, but they didn't have Shredder. Didn't get Shredder, but I got the 4 Turtles. But as I say, the difference in collecting, when Mighty Ape shipped them, came in the big box with Mighty Ape, of course, on it. But all it had in it was a bit of paper. That's all it had in the box, and then you had the pops rolling around like that. No bubble wrap, no protections, none of that sort of stuff, which is sad. But Pop Daddy highly recommends getting through him. His box that came a week ago, if you saw the video, absolutely loved making that one. This was all the bubble wrap that was in it. Amazingly protected, amazingly looked after, and there wasn't a single bit of damage to them. But as I say, that box, you saw what was in it. Everything was wrapped in bubble wrap. Perfect. And of course you get Hours of Entertainment popping it afterwards as well. So there's always going to be someone that loves popping bubble wrap. There's enough mobile games and all that sort of thing out there. So, but yeah, this week I'm going to show you the 4. But yeah, if you're going to order anything, I'd recommend going through Pop Daddy, a smaller New Zealand company. They seem to, companies seem to look after their products a lot better. As I say, Mighty Ape, a little bit of paper and that was it. So, yeah, not very good. But we're going to start off, we've got Donatello here. Not very much clear, I'll have it like that. Otherwise you can see the window outside. So, very cool Donatello. Nothing in his hand, but that is, I love that one. I've actually got to go through all my pops below and rescan them, because Pop Daddy's been messaging about some other ones, and it says I don't have them, but then look in the cabinet behind and I do actually have them, so I got to make sure I've got them all scanned. Raphael there, this nice little fight stance. That's quite cool. I'll save the best until last, well, my favourite turtle until last. Leonardo, so that's 3 down, so you can probably guess who my favourite, little fight stance there. And if you can see in the back there, I think he's got one of the cans of ooze in his hands, if I remember correctly. If you know exactly if that is ooze, or if it's something different, feel free to comment down below. Let me know. And of course, my favourite, Mikey. Always loved Mikey. I'm not sure if it was because of the pizza or the cowabunga. Everybody's got their favourite turtle. But yeah, my favourite, easily Mikey. Although he's not holding pizza one. I don't know why, but he is holding donuts. If someone can explain that to me, feel free to. There's a pack of 4 donuts, so I guess in 1 donut each. And of course, there's Mikey there. Absolutely love that. So now I have a set of the 4 turtles, which is really quite cool. So they will be going in the cabinet, probably straight after I finish filming this. I've got to sort some of the other stuff out because this is outside of the house of the bat cave. It's sort of like a sleep out, and don't get to come out here because I work through the week. So sadly, I have to focus on that. Then by the time I get home, pretty tired, so don't get to do as much as I like to do out here. But yeah, I've got a few pops and stuff that have to be put in there. Maybe a little bit of a rearrangement, but yeah, we'll get in there. Everything's getting very well set out, so a couple of boxes in here to finish going through and get rid of, and then we're all set off. So another month or so, we will be set here in the Bat Cave. If you're ever in Dunedin and you want to come check it out, feel free to comment down below. Trying to convince Pop Daddy to come down and have a look and join us on a stream, which would be quite cool. Join us on a video, something like that. But yeah, so one day he will. One day he will, and we'll get him down here. We'll get him to come join us and see what he thinks of all this. So as I say, I've got DVDs that need to be arranged. I've got pops that need to be put away, all that sort of fun stuff. So hey, it's part of moving. It's the fun of it. So if you're about to move or have to, I feel sorry for you having to pack any of the stuff that you have to do. I did it. I'm over it. I don't want to have to do it again. So let's see on that. And of course, with the new Batman movie coming out, there is a lot more The Batman merchandise out and about. EB Games, the lady there, let me know of some very cool stuff coming out. So I popped in. It wasn't as much as I was hoping. It was more t-shirts and stuff. They didn't have the figures. I'm still trying to get some of the figures, so I've got to find someone here in Dunedin that has it, because I like to go pick them up. And of course, someone that has Afterpay. Afterpay is amazing to use. Split into 4 payments. You got Zip and Lay-By as well. But if you are using them, my tip, make sure you do 1 or 2 at a time. That way you don't stuff yourself over and you don't commit yourself to too much money. I have a rule 1, maybe 2 at a time. And that way, because it comes out every fortnight, so you have 1 each week. Do it that way. Let that one pay off. Then get your next set. So that's my tip there for you. A little budgeting from Matt's Collectibles. Of course, we like to collect on a budget. Nothing here is overly expensive. Of course, except for the slot car set, which I haven't set up. I've got to finish setting, arranging everything in here, and then it definitely will be set up. But of course, Matt's Collectibles, the Batman stuff. I got one of the coffee cups, so it's quite cool. Of course, it's just a normal travel cup, no real difference, but of course it has the symbol on it. So that will be going on a shelf somewhere. I might use it one day, but yeah, you can see the label there, which is quite cool. So that is another thing that needs to go on a shelf somewhere. And so I got this from a lady on Facebook. She was selling some Batman stuff. There's a few things being sold. I've noticed a couple do want ridiculous prices, or when they sell them separately, like they'll try and sell it together. There was one that wanted $15 for 2 things, and one looks really bad. The other was Batman. Looked kind of cool. Wasn't going to pay $15. I offered $10 for the 2, but she wanted $10 just for the Batman. I got a feeling she was selling the other one for $10 as well, so she was going to try and make extra money on that. And it's like, no, you gotta set yourself a limit when you're definitely buying stuff. So don't overpay for anything. If you know you only want to pay that much, stick to it. So don't let anybody convince you to pay extra, because it's not worth it. It's not worth making yourself spend more than what you actually know it's worth, or know what you want to pay for it. So I got this one off a lady here in Dunedin. I think it's one of those ones out of those claw machines, so not amazing quality, but still very cool. No tags on it, but yeah, I absolutely love it. I got a feeling there was actually a cape, so there's a little bit of stitching coming off there, but yeah, it's still one of those sticky things. So it's quite cool. It's a Batman. It's going to be going here in the Batcave, of course. As I say, I have seen some things that I have passed on just because the people want too much money for it, or you offer them what you think you're happy to pay for it, and they pass, and it's like, well, it will come around again. Or if they do want to sell and it doesn't sell at that price, sometimes they come back at you, and maybe a little bit of negotiation, a little bit of wiggle room as well. But all you can do is ask. Just don't be ridiculous. If you're going to lowball, offer something low, make sure it is what you actually think it is worth. So don't just drop a low price on it. So, and of course, with the pops, it's pretty much the last one of the Batman pops that I'm going to get. So I am looking for the Chase Selena Kyle, and I think there's a Chase Oswald Cobblepot as well. But this is the last one. I'll just take price off because it is, I think it's kind of annoying at times when you see the price. So it's a little bit easier to take the price off of the pops than it is the stuff like the coffee mug, but that will be coming off. And of course, this is Batman in the Batmobile. So of course, if you've seen it, the new Batmobile kind of looks like a Dodge Charger. I can't remember what car it is based off, but absolutely loving that. And I love the Batman movie. Highly recommend going to check it out. Of course, the exhaust there. It's a little bit more realistic than some of the previous Batmans in the way that it's not like there's a little bit of technology that's a little bit, but otherwise, yeah, very cool. So as I say, that is the other pops. That is that one, but yeah. Oh, excuse me. And that is top down there. And so far, I haven't gone on COVID, so I know that isn't a COVID cough. I probably should actually check it. But yeah, so that is the latest Batman pop. I am looking out for some others. I have seen on, I think it's especially Symbiote Collectibles, he's got a few Batman pops that I don't have. He's got the Pride one. I have been trying to find that one for a while. So I'm looking at possibly getting that in the next couple of weeks. And he's got a couple of really cool other ones as well. I just got to wait to finish paying off a couple Afterpays. Or at least one of my Afterpays, and then I'll look at getting some of those. But yeah, highly recommend check it out. So go check out, get the Funko app. It has values on that. I try and stick around the value that it says on there. Some people prefer PPG. I like the Funko app just because I can scan stuff as well. But yeah, whatever you do, yeah, make sure you have your limit. Stick to it. Don't overdo yourself when you're collecting. But yeah, everything, as I say, everything in here I've gotten at reasonable prices. Nothing's overly paid. Everything's quite cool, and I'm happy with it. You got to be happy with what you're collecting. You got to be happy with what you're paying as well, and having fun at the same time. So hopefully you got somewhere to share it. I'd love to see your photos of your collections as well. So if you're on Instagram, tag me in them, and I'd love to see some of them. And if you don't mind, I'd love to share them through my Instagram as well. I'd love to see some of your collections. Seen some very cool ones out there. I think it's Stella Funko Pops. I think that's her name on Instagram. She's got a very cool Deadpool collection. Absolutely love it. Collecting some more. I think she's got a few more to go. So big shout out to you. And of course, Pop Daddy, big sponsor. Pop Swap. Continue supporting the page. And hopefully big things coming there as well. But as always, I'll be back same bat time, same bat channel next week. Until then, have fun, relax, and keep collecting.